Happy New Year, money makers. This is Joel. Just want to touch base with you on the price action we're seeing coming into this new trading session for the new year of 2010. What we're going to look at first is the 60-minute chart. Basically, the extreme high, 27.25, pretty much held. It got up to 28.50 or 75. We might see another test in the direction, but we're seeing here lower highs giving us lower lows. Could test back up to the 50, maybe push back through to 1121.50 in that area. I think we'll hit some resistance in there, and that's where we could get our turn. Would not surprise me to see it try and test the top again, but this has been a common pattern that we've been seeing with the lower highs on the end of a run up. We're right on the 200 and the 200 EMA. This is an area of consolidation and testing. We could test between the point of control 11.1925 to 11.1125. Now that we got through that, let's go and talk a little bit. And targets. Our downside target for tomorrow is 11.0675 if we don't clear the action in the pre-market hours. Now remember, we've gotten most of our moves pre-market for this last quarter, and then having light volume days not leading to large price ranges, except if you include what we got in the after hours. So let's take a look at something about that one. Basically on the Euro USD. Now, a pattern that I like to see with Euro USD comes about when the ES unhooks from the Euro USD, because normally as the S&P 500 gets stronger, the dollar gets weaker. But see, here we're basically seeing the dollar it's coming back up again, but we're seeing it getting weaker, a little bit stronger here. It's going to get weaker again, and then with this move up, I think what we're going to do is we're going to see the Euro USD slingshot us through this area of support, strengthening the dollar, which normally means a turn and run on the S&P 500. So if we see this break down through 11.0675, that area of support I just showed you, we could see the dollar strengthen, and they're trying to bust through that 42.400, 42.100 area. They've tested 42.60 and on the Euro USD, and it seems to just keep hitting there. So we're going to watch this tomorrow, and of course on the New York Open. London Open hasn't produced anything yet. Now, I normally don't mention this, but when we have this where it disjoints, where we get a move up on the on the ES, and a move down with the strengthening of the dollar and the strengthening of the S&P 500. That doesn't normally happen except for a major breakout. So I'm watching to see if this is going to slingshot us through this area here, and then we're going to get a rollover on the S&P 500. Don't know if it'll happen. Could. Just going to watch for it and play what we see. We're going to be in Seattle, February 20th to 22nd. Got a great group up there. They're setting up their own breakfast trading club to join us online in the trading room, along with Montreal. Hopefully we'll get Seattle back in the game. Salt Lake City back in the game this year. Like to see them come around and join us if you can. We're going to have a 3-day course, and we will be looking at your financial wall and how to trade. This is Joel, moneymakeredge.com/blog or tradingonlinemadeeasy.com.